It's the time to get down.
Go team.
Shall
I tie my shirt up into like a cheerleader thing?
No, dude, let me go. Let me go right to this. Here's the first subject, guys. Take a gander at this. We skipping all that madness. There's that picture right there says it all. Now, it says Matt Leinart or Leinart. I always say
he's a Lionheart.
Yeah, I got to give him his props. But you know, we said this was coming. I said, dude, watch what happens. This guy, just the short end of it. He believes how he produced far as the training camp that he had, since he outperformed everyone. And you said, you can be the baddest cat in practice, but when you bring it to the game, it doesn't translate the same way. So all of a sudden now, in his belief, this is the bottom line. There are organizations who are calling in already about the interest in him.
Yeah, right.
Now,
ain't nobody's calling about him. Who's calling?
Well, there's some teams, Seattle and some others. They have actually.
That's because his old coach wants him as a backup.
Yes, everybody knows that. Everybody knows Derek
as a backup.
Right? No, look, we know the game is being played right now. The game is being played. How much truth to this doesn't matter. The bottom line is, if you don't perform on the field, you're a victim of all the conditions that may arise, whether it's truthful or not. The part that gets me is that this is the quote. He had a meeting with Whisenhunt, who basically said, and this was Monday, Mario. It was Monday. He said the former Heisman Trophy winner told reporters that he had outplayed Derek Anderson, who's going to be the starting quarterback in the next game, in training camp and preseason, that his problems with his coach probably goes beyond football. What do you think, man?
I think he's taking it. He's saying the coach doesn't have confidence in him. Probably. Well, neither do we. We have no confidence in you either. In fact, never did, really.
Right.
So, no. So the thing is, you just haven't produced. He's been exceptionally averaged. I watched the games that he played in, and he has not impressed in a while. His arm looks weak. He doesn't see. He's not anticipating.
Right.
I don't know. It looks like the fundamentals are broken down.
No,
it's not
you're
good.
right.
It's not usually this late, and you're supposed to be working on timing. Well, they forget working on timing.
Right.
They look like they weren't even sure that they were running the same plays.
Yeah, Mario, you know this. They say, when you're in the eye of the storm, and the eye of the storm is when all the situations come at you with less time than what you're used to in college, and you have all that talent around you. Imagine having all that USC talent, and now it's 4 times as many plays, and now you have to act right on the moments, and the speed changes everything.
It's terrible. I mean, first of all, you go from college where they have 10 cheerleaders dressed, and then you go to the pros where you now have 30 groupies. Right. So here you are, trying to focus on football. But no. Every day, nothing but push-ups and implants all in your face.
Right.
And they trying to get you to eat carrots, but they bringing you steaks and butter pecan ice cream. So I know.
Right.
Matt, I understand how it is to be. Vic and I both know the trials and tribulations of being handsome, overachieving men in today's very, very materialistic world.
Okay,
we understand.
Nice way to sit up here and tout us. I like that, man.
Vic, how do you handle all those groupies chasing after you, just like an NFL? Vic, you do it. You and Ocho Cinco. Go tell Ocho Cinco how to do it.
It's real easy. Pull out cash, pay, and they'll keep coming. Just keep, pay. That's good.
Well, that's the key. I keep bringing out that credit.
That's.
They don't want that credit.
Well, here's the question that comes at hand. The Cardinals don't understand Matt because, and I think there's some options there. Mario, we're going to do the best we can to figure out what the real truths are. So let's just go on a couple of situations. Let's find out what we really think is happening because, he was a Hollywood star before he was a Hollywood star.
But he was in L.A. then.
Yes. Well,
now he's not in L.A.
Well, remember, he was hanging out.
He's in Arizona.
Right.
And what's happening in Arizona.
It's more than immigration.
Sorry, Matt.
It's done.
Bad choice.
There you go. So here it is. The Cardinals don't understand Matt because he played quarterback at an honorable college, USC, and it's near Hollywood, California. Honorable college. Is that the magic word, Mark?
University of Spoiled Children. I attended USC.
Right.
He had a few. But no, that's not it, Vic. Because it may be an honorable college because they're all honorable. And they're all honorable men.
You can't even.
They're all honorable.
Wait a minute.
Because Reggie Bush is honorable.
Okay.
The whole team. Coach Carroll
is
honorable.
I see. This is
Everyone
wrong.
is honorable.
Yeah. So you already following the curve. You already okay.
I'm learning. I'm practicing to be a Republican politician.
You're doing a damn good job.
It's all honorable.
You're doing a damn good job, man. All right. Well, here's number 2. The Cardinals don't understand Matt because trade talks with other teams have gone underway. I'm bad typo here. My bad. And it's for Matt's new movie. So let's just look at it this way, Mario.
That's not true.
It's not true.
I've seen that new movie, and everybody already has a sex tape, Vic.
Wait a minute.
And, did you recognize his co-star? Was it Montana Fishburne?
Oh, you did that. You
What?
You just going to lead into a lead-in story.
I'm trying to help both of them make some money.
Well, guess who's leading? Guess who's on
Montana Fishburne. I mean, we don't want to see Matt. We already see what Matt can do with his arm.
Oh God! No. Oh,
you said it.
No,
you said
I did not bring it.
You just.
I'm not bringing up. You did that, man. I'm sorry. All right, well, let's go. I'm gonna skip over that one because that's an ongoing. That's an ongoing subject, man.
Oh well.
Okay, the Cardinals don't understand Matt because there's really a conspiracy to usher Matt out due to his high-powered girlfriends.
Well, who's his high-powered girlfriend?
Well, if they're high-powered, then maybe being anonymous is the power.
Because Romo got some high-powered girlfriends. Okay, you can go over to the Patriots. See, now some teams, they got high-powered girlfriends. But Matt, I don't know. I ain't heard about your power. So maybe you have some, but, can we see some? Even the San Diego Chargers, Sean Merriman, bless his heart.
Right.
Pounding on poor tequila.
I know.
And I'm talking about when they were making love. Oh. It's terrible. It's terrible stuff. Now, here we have Matt.
Come on, man.
Matt Leinart, Vic. I just want to know, has he had any stars? Maybe, hey, Leinart, go get Gaga.
Well, Can
he go get Gaga? Who does he have? Is anybody good?
No, you can't.
Can he go get somebody named? Get one of the Williams girls. That'll be a controversy for your ass.
You know what? Here's the part that if you had to,
they'll be on top.
If you had to sit there and equate Matt to a style that resembles the All-American or whatever, he's kind of Brady-esque in his look. Brady has that look that, simple, hey, cool.
Yeah.
I can be commercial.
Hi.
Matt can be the same way. He just can't put it on the field.
It's called boring. It's called boring.
So you saying Brady's boring, man?
Yeah, fairly. He doesn't like. Let's put like this.
Boring?
You anxious to spend a night partying with him?
Okay.
You probably be in front of the TV. I like Tom. I'm just saying, you know what's good about him?
What?
He's a cool cat. Hanging out with him, you would probably watch TV, but he would have great food. Because he's a good cat.
See, that's what I'm saying.
He's a good, but he ain't running no. Now, if you're hanging out with Terrell, we in the car. Come on, Terrell. At least he's rolling.
Right.
And I like the way Terrell, he's pretty cool with him.
Yes, he is.
So at least he's going to be rolling now. But, Tom Brady, he's going to be probably like Brett Favre. And they going to be if some women come by, maybe.
Maybe, right.
But he's going to be out in the back, roasting weenies, throwing the football with the dog. You ain't going to get laid out there hanging out with him.
It ain't gonna happen.
Like Matt Leinart, he ain't having no big ass parties. You ain't here,
It ain't happening yet.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
And he's in Arizona. At least they're tan.
That's right. And Matt, you should be happy with this small organization giving you all this time because we do covet our local talent here at Pack Stereo Morning Coffee.
We sure do.
Okay.
There's a spot for him in Cleveland, I think, though.
That's dwelling. That's dwelling way down, dude. That's way down, man. You got to be careful putting him out there.
Well, I'm just saying he better. You know what some people don't think about, Vic? Before they talk all this stuff, they don't think about the weather.
No, they don't. They don't.
They don't think about the weather. He's playing in L.A., right?
Right.
Then Arizona.
Yes.
Let his ass go. Let his ass go to like Buffalo.
Oh.
Y'all don't even know. See, people don't know. Buffalo people are like, it's not. It is bad in Buffalo.
But
it's cold. It's cold and frozen.
But you know what they say is what you make it. Give it to
It's
T.O.
still cold and frozen.
T.O. made it.
I've been to Buffalo. I had zipped up. I was like this. Just huddling around a little fire.
It'll be, if you had to endorse one city that you would go to, that you say, man, sports or otherwise, what would that city? Well, I won't say what would.
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. It's a hard one. See, it's one thing to live here in L.A., just like if you lived in New York and you ask the same question. Where would you go?
I can't take New York, y'all. I've known New York.
Yeah.
Man, you never seen that with so much trash.
Okay, let me leave that alone.
That's the dirtiest city in the...
Let's give them let's be nice in New York.
And let me tell you, you go in the subway, you remember that smell the rest of your life. Ain't the truth. Go to New York subway. You will never forget.
No.
You have never smelled.
That's right.
A smell like a New York subway.
But it seems to be overwhelmed by the other things.
It's overwhelmed by that thin, terrible pizza that they think is so good.
Okay, I'm going on to baseball now. See, because he's ragging on New York. I'm going to leave it alone.
City where being an asshole is an art form.
Okay. I don't get to cover too much baseball. I hate that I don't do it enough, but I do recognize talent when I think it's one of those who didn't go under the media storm like Strasburg did, and now we just hope that he can come back 18 months from now. The real deal,
because his arm is blown out.
Well, I mean, but see, the media hype on this was different. I'm gonna say this for a reason. They got him because basically he was pitching, hitting those fastballs, and the speed and the athleticism. Well, here's this guy right now, man. I'm tripping off of this guy. It's Aroldis Chapman, and he's hitting 103 mile an hour fastballs.
They said up to 105. Vic.
Right.
Somebody was in the stand tweeting that they were measuring him and that he hit 105. And from what I understand, Vic, isn't it almost considered super duper to be in the 90s?
Yes, it is. Consistent. See, they look at consistency. They know you can hit once, you can hit twice. Well, when he was pitching yesterday, I mean, he only had an inning or so, I believe, and he was hitting he hit over 100 several times, or 5 times, and in the upper 90s. And you're talking about a guy with a left hand and a lefty at that speed. And when you see his pitches, and he does have movement on his ball. So the part that I
know that too when I run.
You see, that's why the reason why I don't get into sports a lot, because if I bring data, it won't make any difference.
He has movement in his ball.
See,
well, you know what, Vic? I just hope because I sure hope we don't blow. I wonder, does anyone know how long the human arm
I don't
can throw like that? Because that is such philosophy, Vic.
Right.
See, Vic,
I
just try to think, and I hated physics, even though in college, but you know that he's causing a huge amount of tension.
Yes, he is. Pressure,
something on those joints.
Right.
You wonder if you could just break something, tear something just from the sheer impact.
Right.
Because wasn't Nolan Ryan one of the fastest before?
Yeah.
Did he ever do 100?
Yes, he hit 100,
but just every once in a while.
Well, yeah, no, but he was in the upper
90s,
movement, and he all-time strikeouts leader. So the part that you're dealing with Nolan is to say he pitched in the later years.
He was fast.
No problem with his arms. Not the same way. I think it's an individual thing too. Also.
Well, because Strasburg, his arm. Doesn't that make you worried about his ability to come back and pitch fast?
Well, they said, you can always come back. They got a history of the Tommy John surgery that he's going to go through.
Okay.
So everybody comes back, but they never come back the same.
Yeah.
As they were whizzing before, there wasn't after.
I know how that is. That sounds like me at 45. Yeah, Mac, you know what I'm talking about? Okay.
See, we're okay.
Make them bump this all out again.
Right.
Okay. Sports. All right.
All right. So we had to give love to Aroldis, but you know what? The term that I found very interesting when they were describing what was happening with him, it just was interesting to me. They said, they always refer to as urban legend. So what I just
like us, Vic.
Well, see, you got the point.
That means black. That means legend in the black community.
You know what, Mario?
Legend with in the ghetto.
It may be, but
legend with non-white folks.
But we have to, you know what? What is it that Mario says all the time? You have to qualify your argument.
I'm sorry.
You have to qualify your argument with the data at hand and make sure that the data at hand qualifies your research.
I say that.
You say it all the time, bro.
Damn,
I'm
liking me more. Go ahead.
There we go. So what we have to do is find a position here to say Aroldis is an urban legend because, and let's see if we can find out, because I went to get the data, and when I got the data, it became very interesting to me that there's a different perspective. All right, 4 choices here.